Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning with me, Brigand Hall. Let's watch this guy cut down this boggart. So that was fun. Hello, Thaddeus Hold.
I'll kill you all if I have to. Damn boggarts. Give me a moment. Suddenly, very dizzy.
This village.
Didenhil is a haven for those traveling from Gorhart to Galafor. But now, nowhere is safe.
Sickness.
It's the blood plague. The boggarts carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer.
Kester Barkley.
Didenhil's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like.
Boggarts.
They're out in droves. I don't know why, but Kester might. He returned from a scouting mission not long ago.
I was probably supposed to ask. Well, no, Boggarts didn't show up till after I asked about the sickness. I don't know how I know Kester's name. I'm pretty sure we haven't heard mention of that yet. What's the problem?
Aside from the boggarts and blood plague? Look, you should turn around and go. Go somewhere safe. This is no place for visitors right now.
What can I do to help?
Kester Barclay would know far better than me. He's in the town square. Go and ask him yourself.
Alright, what can I do to help?
Kester's right in the town square. Talk to him. Take care.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the disclaimer. This episode is going to be mostly talking to NPCs, so if you're not interested in that, feel free to skip ahead to the next episode when it's released. Oh goodness. Alright, let's take care of that. There's Kester. We'll talk to him in a second.
I'm sorry, but there's no plague shield left.
None at all.
I'm sorry.
Should have come.
There simply isn't anyone else left.
It's the boggarts bring the blood.
Alright, so most of these are just generic NPCs, nothing to talk to. Alright.
These damn boggarts.
Where did Astrid go? Did I walk past her again? Come here, you. Don't you walk it. Alright, fine. We'll talk to Kester then.
By Mitharu, what is it you... Oh, hello. Did Thaddeus send you? Kester Barclay. My apologies. I don't mean to be rude. This crisis has me a bit on edge.
Thaddeus.
That boy needs to rest. He's got the cough. Won't listen to me or his own brother.
Kester Barkley.
I grew up here. Seems like only yesterday I went to fight in the war. When I got back, I was the toast of the town. Thought I was through with all that fighting.
Didenhil.
We're simple people here. Merchants, tradesmen. We're not equipped to deal with a threat like this.
Blood plague.
It won't likely kill you. Leave you weak as a kitten there. Around here, that's as good as dead.
You mean the blood plague?
Yes, that's it. Did Thaddeus tell you? The boggarts carry it in their venom, and they're spreading it everywhere. Normally, the things keep to themselves. Looks like some Jotun got into their lair, though. Force the boggarts out.
Can you cure the plague?
I can't, but Astrid Frisk, our healer, can. That is when she has the medicine to treat it. We've been running low. More should have arrived this morning. You can ask her about it if you're curious.
Maybe I can help.
You're either brave or a fool. But if you could kill the Jotun, perhaps the Boggarts would leave us alone. All right. Travel north to the Boggarts' lair in Coilsbane and clear out their cave.
Jotun.
Lumbering brutes. Almost twice as tall as a man and just as wide. Why they came to Glendara is anyone's guess. They just showed up one day. We weren't going to stop them.
At Coilsbane Caverns.
Coilsbane is a boggart cave just north of town. Well, it used to be anyway. A while back, some Jotuns started digging in the caves. They drove the boggarts out, and right into our town. Don't know what the Jotun were looking for, or if they've found it, and I don't care. I just want them gone.
Boggarts.
A single boggart we can handle, but 10, 20? It's only a matter of time before the whole town is infected. I can't allow them to run around unchecked, putting all the folks here at risk.
And Astrid Frisk.
Our own healer. As you can imagine, she's hardly slept since the outbreak. If you think you can be of any help, you most likely find her in her cottage, tending to the sick.
And what else can I do to help?
Driving the Jotun from Coilsbane would be the best thing you could do for us. Of course, Astrid Frisk could probably use some help as well.
Alright,
Until
well we will
later,
get
then.
around to that, I'm sure.
Half the village sick with this damn plague.
Alright, let me just check all the NPC names real fast. Awful Home.
My brother Thaddeus. He's sicker than he knows. I fear for him if he doesn't take a rest from guard duty.
Didenhil.
We suffer our share of hardships, true, but we're quiet folk all in all. Quiet folk.
I don't know if it's Othel or Othel. I'm gonna go with Othel Home.
I'm a miller. None of these crafts and such for me. When I'm not at the millstone, I'm here by the lake, fishing. Take after my old uncle Ensenegg that way.
Lake.
The fishing's good here, but the fish, well, they're as wild as the she is all.
Thaddeus.
He stood there day and night. He'll die of plague is the short and long of it. Don't quite know how to talk sense into the fool. Our sister could if she wasn't laid in bed with the plague herself.
Othel's sister.
She was fine until 2 days passed. Then, all of a sudden, she could hardly stand. Astrid's tending to her now. When she took sick is right when Thaddeus got that foolish notion stuck in his head.
And then Uncle Ensenegg.
He's an odd one. Lives in Ettenmere, of all places.
Oh yeah, that's right. We helped him with his romantic issue. What happened? That's weird. It wouldn't let me... Thought the game was gonna crash for a second. Warsworn Recruitment Letter. For all those skilled in the weapons of war, or adept in the strategy of warfare, there's a place for you. Bring this letter to the nearest Warsworn keep, and find the honor, glory, fame, and riches known only to the members of this mighty company. Become sworn to war, and discover your true greatness. The Warsworn Order. Okay. Well, I'm already a member, so I don't need to do that.
Can I help you?
Probably. But we'll get to that in due time. Keeps doing that. It's like my left analog stick just stops working.
Hello?
Let's start with Inga Risberg.
Looking for a blacksmith. Forgive me. Blood plague, you know.
A Fate Weaver.
I'd be shocked if she created that blood plague, despite what Cora says.
Craft Hall.
Cora brought us together. Now she and Olin can worry about strangers, and I can keep to my forge.
Blood Plague.
I've got it, but not near as bad as some. Grey Gunner's laid up. So's that dear girl, Kareen.
Blacksmithing.
A good smith is never out of work. Not in a troubled village this far into the She.
Alright, gotta repair everything. Cora Bannock.
Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you may speak with Olin or myself.
Alright, what do you got? Do you have... You do not. Alright, Olin.
He handles the sales of weapon and arms. I let him after I gave myself a bad cut once.
Illuminita.
Oh, I prefer not to speak of that spiteful witch across the lake.
Kester Barkley.
A village like Didenhil needs a man like Kester to watch over it. I know I feel safer now that he's our warden.
Craft Hall.
We're known all throughout Dalentarth. The best artisans all under one roof.
Cora Bannock.
It was my dream to gather all our artisans under one roof, and so I built the craft hall. I run it still. Come back anytime.
Murdoch Hain.
The malicious store of potions has been used up, and we lost our alchemist nearly a month ago. Now it's up to me to resupply reagents and brew the potions. Somehow.
Oh, excuse me. Had a hiccup. Potions.
Best thing against boggarts is flame. Old Oleander had a fine potion for that. I can manage a crude semblance thereof, when I've the proper reagents.
Kester Barkley.
Didenhil's warden and war hero. I doubt any could have dealt better with the troubles we've had.
Fate Weaver.
Aye, that Luminitza. If she called all them boggarts upon us, or simply plagued up the well, it wouldn't surprise me none.
Craft Hall.
Where we crafters work and mostly live. Olin and Cora handle selling the goods.
Cora Bannock.
She's the head and the heart of the craft hall. Truth is, I don't know where we'd be without her.
An Alchemist.
What? You mean Oleander's gone and got himself killed? Ah, poor sod. More genius than sense, I always said.
And what reagents do you need?
Our biggest problem is boggarts, and the best thing against them would be fire. So it's fire potions. Tinder twig and scarwood bark. They're out in Glendara Wood, but the wood's been far too dangerous for the likes of me.
Fire kills boggarts?
Makes sense, doesn't it? Wooden little things after all.
I'll get you the reagents.
You do seem the brave and heroic sort. Well, the village has a fund. Tinder twigs often in that cave-like pass south of the lake. And scarwood barks found by the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
What do you need again?
Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
And where can I find them?
Tinder twig, which is easiest found
Oops,
in
sorry, hit my
Ironhold
desk.
Passage. And scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
Well, here are some reagents.
Ah, fine specimens too. Have this for your trouble.
I hope they...
If you're buying goods in Didenhil, it's Cora Bannock. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Pass. More reagents. Good, good. If you ask me, this one clear Tinder twig, which is easiest. More reagents.
Alright, doesn't look like that's gonna end. Blazing salve potions? Can I just keep giving him the, I wonder... Okay, let me check something. Let me try. If I use, where's it at? Scarwood bark and
If you're buying goods in Didenhil, tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Now this is good news indeed. Here, have this for your efforts.
Alright, I wonder if this will finish the quest.
Kester and Cora.
I guess, is it just a task? Maybe it doesn't end. Yeah, does not end. Alright, let's not worry about that then. We need to talk to... Oop. Yeah, nothing worth taking. And nothing worth taking. Okay. Olin Risberg.
Risberg Arms and Armors.
Risberg.
Blacksmithing on premises.
Risberg's.
The day I met Inga, she smote me in the heart. With that hammer there. It's true. Left a bruise you wouldn't believe.
Craft Hall.
By making the craft hall, Cora settled a land dispute, a trade argument, and made herself queen of the market.
And blacksmithing.
Oh, it's Inga who's handy at the forge. She likes iron more than people. Iron. And me.
Alright, and what do you got?
So long.
Okay. Well, I think that was everyone here to talk to. I think we've already been over here, right? Yep.
Can I help you?
Alright. Let us vacate the premises. Got more villagers to talk to. That was just one building down. There's only a few buildings here, right? 4 or 5, and a couple of those are cottages, as far as I understand. Okay. For very hard chests, I'm just going to use a Prismere lockpick because I don't have a reason to use those otherwise. I'm not going to bother picking those up. Interesting. Oh, the Adventure Part 3. I don't think we've read this one. I think this is the one that we were missing previously. See how this house of evils treats us? See its wickedness in every crooked shadow and wending path? So, we're lost amongst it, but God by the strangest of lands. We're no lesser for it. We're at least still healthy and hardy. Nay, we're stronger for enduring our hardships thus far. Do not despair. Is our glory not the greater for it? When we passed their hideous tree, we knew what was in store for us. Onward now. Already past that. The next part, we're on part 5, where one of the members wanted to turn back. And he was saying he wouldn't judge anybody for it, if they wanted to go back. They had already done more than they had set out to do.
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come?
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate says anymore.
Damn it, Agarth. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I bet I know whose fault that is.
Boggart Mask Buckler. Taken from the Rathir player's production of Hall of the Boggart King, this is made into a real shield for the Alfar actor and bard Eddar Gwyn. villager. Nothing exciting there.
What's that? Stupid bloody peasants. Alfred Gwilregas will not suffer to get this sickness afflicting this town. Now be gone. Take your poisoned air and get out of my sight. It's bad enough that I'll be quarantined here.
That's a little relevant, isn't it? What is that? I have to pickpocket it, the item off of him. So I think he's for the... he's the guy for the Traveler quest. This guy can still see me? Come on, man. I'll talk to Esme Gunnar.
This is the Three Lamps. Plague's put my own grey in the healer's care, but we're open nonetheless.
3 lamps in.
Best cup of ale and cut of roast in all Dalentarth. And our rates are reasonable.
Room.
Great. We've an open room, if you've gold to pay. Do you then?
I do, but no thank you.
Suit yourself.
Kester Barclay.
Oh, he looked so fine the day he marched off a fresh soldier. I fear boggarts and blood plague have done what war could not.
Grey.
He's sick, off at the healers, poor duck. And while he is, I can make this inn presentable. And ain't it about time?
Blood plague.
We've had our plague shield, and well, so far so good. But what to do when the plague shield runs out? All right.
And then Camden Wolflack.
You're a brave soul coming to Didenhil. This little village is faring pretty badly, and I would know. I was in the war. It's in your best interest to fill your pack and depart as soon as you're able. The blood plague works fast, very fast.
Melicentier.
It was once an old Alfar outpost. Nothing extraordinary. Then it became the last line of defense, where we held back the Tuatha through long nights of fire. Melicentier is where I lost this hand, where I knew I'd never come home the same man that I left.
Crystal War.
I'd rather not talk about it if that's okay with you. I think about the war enough as it is, and I doubt these wolves will ever let me forget it.
Camden Wolflack.
You don't want to know about me. Besides, that name hardly means anything to me now. I came back different, a shadow of the boy from Gorehart.
Blood plague.
It's pretty nasty, and I've seen my fair share of infections and ailments. We had plenty of them in the trenches and on the walls of Melicentier.
Your wife is waiting for you.
You met Gisela? How? I sent that death notice. She should know that I'm dead. She cannot know that I survived. Call me a coward. Call me whatever you wish. I am not the same man she wed so long ago. I am broken. I cannot subject her to the nightmares, the wounds, the restlessness. I will spare her that torment.
Yeah, she's waited long enough.
It's easy to say that, but
Oh,
I
come
have
on.
stared the horrors of war in the eye and seen only death. Gisela deserves a new life, one not marred by the Tuatha. Every night I weep for what I had, for what could have been. That dream has perished.
Death notice.
I paid a scholar to fashion a false death notice, the kind the army uses to inform the next of kin that a soldier has fallen in the line of duty. A courier left with it several days ago. All my hope for Gisela's future went with it.
See, how many 95% chances of persuasion? I think that's 3 now? I feel like it's a little too often for it to be a 95% chance of success. What about your wife?
She will have to survive this long life without me. It is for the best, I promise you.
Okay. Well, if I have the opportunity, I'm going to tell her the truth. Annie Gunnar?
How could a person's fate just change like that? This doesn't make any sense.
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out.
Oh, life is unpredictable.
Not for a Fate Weaver, it isn't. But that's just the problem. When I was young, I thought I could overcome anything. Now, I know otherwise. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse.
What did you see?
My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown, killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know?
Well, I didn't steal your role, I just got rid of it. If I stole it, I would have died there and been turned into Etin stew. You can still be a hero.
You're right. My glory days don't have to be over, and as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future.
Any luck finding the Tuatha?
Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work.
Did you find anything else?
These soldiers were sent out with one purpose: finding you and making sure you stay dead. Everything else, the Well, Arden, Hughes, have all been collateral damage. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach.
Well, guess which one we're doing. Why are they after me?
I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent.
Alright, well, I will fight through the front.
Straightforward and direct. A warrior after my own heart. I'll cover the back and make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Let's track down some trouble.
Alright, well, that's for a later time. So we still have more people to talk to. And a blood plague to deal with.
No Grilrikas should ever have to deal with one as base as you. Be gone!
I was really hoping he'd just let me,
The waters of Loch Diden. Such a lovely sight.
Guards! Guards!
Can I...
You there! Halt!
Okay. Pay fine.
Don't let me catch you.
These damn...
There we go. Easy peasy.
Good day.
Not trying to resist arrest or anything, just trying to steal and get away with it. Goes to show that money is worth more than the law.
Another, is it?
I'm really glad this hammer's lasted this long, as far as its effectiveness. It's a pretty sweet looking hammer. And I really don't want to get rid of it for some generic looking hammer.
I'm sorry, but I'm simply out of Plague Shield. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone else till I have it. Blasted blood plague.
Plague Shield.
Only thing for treating the blood plague. Few indeed have the skill to make it. I certainly can't, for all my years as a healer.
Luminitza.
Well, she made no friends when she first settled here. Don't know which had less sense in their noggins, her or the crafter lot. And what I'd like to know is, why didn't she see it coming?
Didenhil.
Lumpkins, oafs, and busybodies. Except for the poor bedraggled sick ones here in my care. I suppose they all mean well, only the airs coming out of these woods have addled their brains.
Blood plague.
Normally, I'd say it's not as bad as it sounds. Doesn't kill most of the time, just weakens. Only half the village has it now, and a bedridden village starves sooner or later.
And what is Plague Shield for?
It treats the blood plague, which almost all of Didenhil's sick with just now. Brother Fallon should have come with more. Can't think where he is.
Well, he is dead. I found this Plague Shield.
Brother Fallon dead on the road? Oh, this is terrible. We don't want anyone else to die. Please, the other parcels. Perhaps they are nearby in the forest. Find them if you can.
Where's the other Plague Shield?
I don't know. In the forest? Perhaps up the road or in the hands of the villains who killed poor sweet Brother Fallon. Rathir, bless
Okay.
you.
Will Rendig. Can I talk to Grey Gunner?
Oh,
Or Lisa Rendig?
I've got the trembles again.
Nope.
War-sworn work? Good. The gold's run low and my mother's not doing so well. To the Warden's bridge it is.
Will's mother.
A plague troubles Didenhil. It's but a hindrance for the young and healthy. For her. For the older ones. Some get through it. Others don't.
Didenhil.
It's seen its share of hardship, so I can serve in the militia and do what I can.
Militia.
All able bodies must serve in turn. Since Warsworn know how to fight, we're usually the first called.
Warsworn.
It's an honor to be taken as hireling, and they do look after their own. Since Mother fell ill, I've had more work and pay than ever before. I'm more grateful than I can say.
Warden Bridge.
Aye, the one smack in the heart of Lorca. Go north of here, then east, then south along the road. Farewell, Mother. I won't be long.
I thought he was talking to me. Farewell, Mother. Alright, there's only one more building to explore. We're almost done.
These damned boggarts.
Then we'll go back. We'll turn in that quest back in Gorehart. We'll tell Gazella about her husband not wanting to come back. Frost Moon. Brought south by a Varani tribe, this magical amulet is suffused with frost enchantments. Well, can't sell it, so I'm just gonna destroy it all. I did get... I assume it was an accessory, right? Yeah, I think this is what Agarth gave me. The 45 health, 45 mana. Not bad. but also not great. One thing I don't understand is why merchants won't buy stolen items, but you can use stolen gold to still purchase items. Because if they have that magical sixth sense that lets them know that an item is stolen, how would they not know that the gold is stolen? I mean, I know other games do it too, but it's always been something that bothered me. Like, if no one sees you steal it, how do they know? Why wouldn't they buy it? I mean, I know there's at least one game where the stolen items are only affected in the town that they were stolen in, or the region, because obviously that'd be a reported crime in that area. But you can always go to a different area and sell that item, because it would be reported in a different town or region. But the stolen items in this game are universal. You can't sell them anywhere unless you find a fence or have 10 points into mercantile.
You've returned with good news, I pray.
Well,
Even though I knew it was childish, I held on to a wisp of hope that you would learn something new, that you would actually do what you promised.
well, I
Tell
did.
me, what did you find?
Well, I found out what happened.
And what did happen? Please.
He's alive in Didenhil.
May Mitharu keep you. You've given me hope. That's what Camden was fighting for all along, wasn't it? A hope that peace would return to all of us. Thank you. Please, take this. It's not much, but it's all the wife of a miller-turned-soldier can afford. I will go to Camden now. I will show him that nothing can shatter our bond. Not war, not time, not distance. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I am willing to bet that she dies on the journey there. We will go and talk to him and see if I'm right. Since I couldn't convince him, I doubt that this story has a happy ending. But he was in the... oh.
There are bandits out there, despite the plague.
He was in the... was it the Three Lamps? What is this place called?
Half of the village sick with this damn plague.
Perhaps one day the nightmares will cease, and I again will be my own man, body and soul. Until then, I have Gisela.
Okay, so she made it. Well, sweet. Let's have a happy ending. Not what I was expecting. Well, I guess that all works out then, doesn't it? Well, sweet. We now have a few quests to do to take care of here in Glendara. And we'll take care of that next time. I'm gonna call it here. What do we have? Plague Shield, deliver the daggers, and Coolsbane Caverns. Also the quest for with Agarth here, going to track down the Tuatha that's in a cave to the north. Yeah, a lot to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.